good intergalactic day to those who are passing by here on this Thursday's Matrix. January 9th, 9. 9 is exactly the amount of time I participated in a workshop on leadership. And then in this workshop, they taught how we had to act under pressure when everything seemed to be against us. And then one of these trainings, the teacher said that if we wanted to know about the future, we had to see the average of people's lives around us. How many people were happy, successful in what they set out to do in life. Intelligent, everything about your parameter, about your reference, your vision, what you consider intelligent, what you consider successful, your value of being successful, because being successful is relative, if they are emotionally mature people, etc. And then they also said that if you see yourself surrounded by a life or by people who have nothing to do with your ideal, with the life you would like to live, if you do not admire what you see, if you do not identify, if you do not want this lifestyle for you, then what do we have to do? Change the environment. Several questions arose about how to leave behind the people we love, because it's not that simple. Change the environment and the people I love. And then they answered that when you change, people end up changing with you in a supernatural and spontaneous way. They will accompany you in this process. They go to the same places. They see that it made sense to you. They get stimulated, they get curious, so they start to go to the same friendships. Little by little, this change happens. This person will only be left behind if they do not want to accompany you. Then it is an individual choice. That's interesting, right? With that, they also wanted to show how we are, where we are, by choice. The truth is that we choose without knowing what we are choosing, have you noticed? Life chooses for us, like a boat adrift, which leaves the tide to take. The tide takes, my son. The tide came to be tide. So what the tide does is take. It's the same thing with life. Life takes, you are a boat adrift. You react to the moment, doing everything, every day, always the same, without realizing that everything we can be looking for is precisely in the independence, in our audacity to make a difference. Open the sails of your boat and sail in the direction that your heart has chosen. Go to places you've never been. Talk to people you don't talk to, even if it's shopping in another neighborhood. Go buy bread in another neighborhood. Any change can be welcome. And sometimes they are keeping surprises that would show you new possibilities, new paths. This change may seem like a routine break, silly, but it means a lot more. Our brain is a little computer and it keeps receiving and transmitting information back, according to our actions. When we get used to a certain situation, even if it's not the situation of our dreams, we enter that place of comfort. Unless something gets in your way, we will hardly choose to move to open new possibilities. It takes discomfort, something to shake us to want to get out of this place. But when you say to life, and you show with actions, and this second part is the most important, your attitudes, your actions, that you want a new life, that you want to get closer to your ideals, it will start to guide you in the new direction. Miracles happen, but they need to be activated by our deep and sincere desire, and they are driven by our actions, as if they were coming in our direction. But they need wind and good tide to arrive. The wind would be your desire, and the good tide, an attitude of yours that proves your desire. Well, that said, let's hear where the tide is going. Let's see what our messenger from the universe, Waldemar Falco, is seeing from up there.
Sky of January 9th, 2025. On this Thursday, the moon arrives already in the last decade of Bull, there at degree 21, around 7 o'clock in the morning, and starts to make a conjunction with Uranus, which is at degree 25. In addition, the two begin to form a trigon with the Sun, which is there around 20 degrees Capricorn. So this is a very stimulating aspect. Uranus is always encouraging, instigating us, so it is a very stimulating aspect because we have the conjunction of the moon with Uranus and the trigon of the moon and Uranus with the Sun. Extremely dynamic for us to be with people with whom we identify in terms of ideas, thoughts, and in addition, this arrival of the moon at this point makes it also begin to form a sextile with Mars. Uranus goes along in this sextile, so this also comes to be a very stimulating angle for the exchange of ideas, for the contact with people who identify with us. So it's a very beneficial day. Let's take advantage of it.
Wonderful. I'm going to say a phrase here now for you. The stars tilt, but they do not determine. So pay close attention to how the energy of today is, so you can make your choices when sailing. I will summarize for you. 1. The morning part has an agitated energy, so you can do different things in your routine. Change small things, such as having a different breakfast, eating different things, or eating in the bakery, in a bakery that you never go to. Give new stimuli to you, and you will realize that there, around noon, 1 o'clock, You will be able to control better an excessive energy that, if not well stimulated, can become anxiety. But it's a morning with a very nice energy. Here, the end of this day is special, because the moon will be in good terms with Neptune. Neptune talks about creativity, imagination, spirituality. The moon will be in good terms with Mars, which favors the attitude, our actions, the strength, the courage to change, to do something different. The moon is also receiving support from Pluto, which is great for those who need conversations to recover a relationship, heal some pain anyway. So it's a very powerful, very pleasant afternoon and night. Enjoy this day. Let's go. See you later. Make a very different Thursday out there, which I do here. See you tomorrow.